When the leaves of summer turn red and gold and the football games bring a hint of the cold, time to get away. We'll pack the car with escape in mind, forgetting about classes, leaving books behind, time to get away. Empty cottage sitting on the shore, tourists all left about a month before, and we're gonna have a good time. Gonna have a good time. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
We're going on now.
A fall break, walking hand in hand in the moonlight. We'll breathe the sweet salt air, I swear we'll never part.
We're going on now.
A fall break, running in the sand, feeling alright. And when you fall into my arms, I'll break into your heart. I can hardly wait to head for the dunes, spread down the blanket, humming sweet love tunes from yesteryear. Not a soul in sight, girl, heaven blessed. Bring a radio, a cooler, and a case of the best, and we'll disappear. And later on, maybe, who knows, take a swim in the surf in all birthday clothes, and we're gonna have a good time. Hey, we're gonna have a good time.
We're going on now.
A fall break, walking hand in hand in the moonlight. We'll breathe the sweet salt air, I swear we'll never part.
We're going on now.
A fall break, running in the sand, feeling alright. And when you fall into my arms, I'll break into your heart. Driftwood to burn and shells to collect, and plenty of time to get totally wrecked, and we're gonna have a good time. Hey, we're gonna have a good time.
We're going on
A
now.
fall break, walking hand in hand in the moonlight. We'll breathe the sweet salt air, I swear we'll never part.
We're going on
A
now.
fall break, running in the sand, feeling alright. And when you fall into my arms, I'll break into your heart. I'll break into your heart. Wanna break right into your heart. Oh, baby, I wanna break into your heart. Wanna break into your heart.
Okay, so that was the first song called Fall Break. Funny enough, that song is not actually from a Forgotten 80s sitcom. It's actually from a Forgotten 80s slasher film called Fall Break, also known as The Mutilator. But yeah, I'm just checking in real quick to see what's going on. We currently got 2 viewers in the stream right now, which is always a good sign. I think we're more or less ready to go. So let me go ahead and close out a few tabs, get the not so nice stuff out of the way, and I'll just go ahead and get the intro started. Yeah, that is super loud on my end. Hang on, let me turn this There we go. Okay, so welcome everybody. This is Friday Nights with FilmNerd number, what is this now, 52? God, I can't believe I've already done 52 of these. And as you can tell by the screen, I've got a special guest on. I've got Jerebee, little B from Brains and Streams. B, say something.
I've been on one stream, man, and the most I'm known there is just making like some art, and that's like my greatest pride and joy yet.
Nah, you're a valued member of the community. We all love having you around, and we want to tell the audience about your new little stills there.
I literally made them on a whim. I just like BioShock that much that I really did just make random ass stills just based on the game.
And
there is nothing to it. I don't own stills.
yeah, no, they're honestly for something that you, as you put it, made on a whim, they're actually like super adorable. I love it.
I don't know how to thank you.
Yeah, you're gonna listen. You're gonna take the compliments and you're gonna like it. Damn it.
Oh god, this is the worst.
No,
This
you
is just reminding me. Oh.
you'll be fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I promise.
Okay, so you mentioned you're a fan of BioShock. Tell me, what was the first time you ever played the game?
I don't know if I'm gonna be burned up the stake for this one. I've never actually played the game myself.
Ah,
But more accurately, I've seen people play it, specifically close friends, and I've always liked it for that.
I see.
To get more specific about it, one of my closer friends, they actually have a book that's kind of based on the game as well, and they usually like to read me like little excerpts from it, which I love it very much.
oh, nice. So, what about the game like really stood out to you? Like, what was it about the game you liked so much?
The aesthetic mainly. I fucking love the aesthetic. I genuinely do wish that there was more to do with like the actual ocean itself though. It's so pretty, like extremely so.
Yeah, because in the second game, you do get a chance to explore the ocean a bit more, but it's kind of but you're like locked into these little hallways, so there's not really much you can do. But yeah, I do agree that it would have been cool if you could do a lot more in the ocean with those two games than what we got.
Absolutely, man. I gotta harass like the one friend to like show me like what the second game is like, because they're the kind of person that enjoys like the first two games the most, but they fucking hate the third one with like every like atom in their being, and I can kind of see why. But at the same time, you know, the reason that they hate it is very funny in my opinion.
Oh, you're talking about BioShock Infinite, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, granted, it's been a long time since I played that one, but I do remember really liking that game. It's definitely different from the first two, but for what it was, I enjoyed it. So I'm not sure what the hate for it is.
Their hate in particular is specific in the sense of they don't like what they did with Atlas,
Mm-hmm.
and it always makes me laugh because of why they don't like Atlas and everything. They hate the main character as well. It kind of just makes me laugh as a whole because I just think it's fine.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. I don't know. Like I said, I still prefer the original BioShock, but I don't think Infinite's that bad of a game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like my personal preference will always be like the first one, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we've gone on enough chatting about, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn up the music, and I'm gonna get the thing that everybody came here to see started up. So just give it a second. And Pepper Miller's in chat says, I have mixed feelings on Infinite, but it's a very dull experience in my opinion. Yeah, I can understand that. Let me actually.
I
Oh,
get it.
damn, that is super loud. Okay, so hang on just 1 second. Just gotta move some things around. Let's see. Okay, never mind. I thought I saw something. So yeah, let me just go ahead and switch screens. There we go. There's us, and I'm covering up the chat box. Let me see if I can move that up just a tad. There we go. Okay. So I should have the game loaded up. Let's get this started. And Pepper Miller's in the chat says, I don't think anybody disliked what was done with Atlas. It's more so story and simplification of gameplay. But I also have a lot of fond memories and moments from it. And inspired my taste in terms of aesthetics. Yeah, that's very true. I mean, Infinite's it's an imperfect game. Like it's not, the great, like it's obviously not on par with the original or even the second one. But for what it was, it's still a decent game. But anyway, let me go ahead and...
I pretty much agree. It's just the reason why they don't like Atlas is because they prefer, I guess, they prefer the first... I don't know how to explain it. They kind of have a specific idea of what Atlas should look like, but then they just immediately do not like the third one, I think.
Yeah, of course.
It's something about how they're very picky about how they made them look, I think.
Yeah.
It's strange. I don't know how to put it into words.
Yeah, no, I totally get you. Hang on, let me actually turn the volume down on this guy just a tad bit. Let's see. Okay, that should do it. And resume. Perfect. Okay. And actually, hang on. I know I keep pausing, but there's just one more thing I need to do before I forget. Let me switch back to the scene. And let's see here. Okay, yeah, Star and Speculation, who's in the chat right now, since you're frequently in my streams, I figured I would do, let's see. I'll do this for you. There you go. You're now officially a mod, so congratulations. And don't do anything to piss me off, or I'm going to take that wrench away from you. But anyway, let's get back to the game. So I'm going to switch to back to Steam, go to Zoom, and pull the game back up. There we go. Okay, let's do this. Oh wait. Oh shit. We're off to a good start. All right, so let me switch to this guy. Got it. Alright, and now one of these guys. So...
I need you to know that, like, everything this is with what I will also be seeing, so it's gonna be as much of a shock for me as everyone else, I guess.
Could you repeat that? I didn't quite catch that, I'm sorry.
Putting it simply, I can only see the gameplay from, like, the stream point, honestly. Like, what the stream sees is what I will also be seeing in real time. I cannot see anything else, like, on my end.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to share my screen with you?
A little bit. You don't have to, though, like, at all. It's your stream, man.
Yeah,
I have no say much.
Yeah, no worries. Let me actually do that for you real quick. Hang on. I just gotta switch back to Streamlabs. Go here. And let's see. We're in a call. So let me just go ahead and share my screen. Let's see here. This guy. Okay. So there we go. And let me know. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So we should be good to go then on that front. So let me pull back up Streamlabs. Go back to Zoom. Well, actually, yeah, that should be fine. And pull the game up. And actually, let me, I'm going to lower the volume on this a little bit more just because it's kind of loud over you. So just to make sure I don't miss anything that you say. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that should do it. Okay. Go. Just gotta move some pipes around. And I know I mentioned this in the last playthrough. Okay. There. Put that there. And good to go. Okay. Oh. Should be easy. By the way, if you guys in the stream, if you get tired of watching me like moving these pipes around and want me to like keep going, let me know and I can just do the auto hack or buy it so that we don't have to go through this every time. Because I know some people find this part tedious. I actually don't mind it all that much. So, and let's see what we got. Okay. Ah, damn it. Can't carry any more bullets. I gotta... Sorry, it's been a while since Yeah, sorry. Oh yeah, Sarah's saying, well, now I gotta treat you like brains. Smash or pass a fruit roll up. God damn it. I don't know. Pass, I guess. I don't know. Fuck, I don't... Yeah, nah, I would pass on a fruit roll up. I'm not sticking my dick in a fruit roll up. And that's probably
What do they mean by that? Like, what do they mean by that? Like, in terms of like edibility, you know?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would totally eat a fruit roll up because those things were good in my opinion back in the day. But if we're talking smash or pass, like again, I'm not doing it. Let me actually just because I'm trying to remember the controls for this game. I think there we go. Because I was trying to remember like how to switch to the different types of ammo. All right. Yeah, do I? Okay, I do have the shotgun. For some reason, I thought I didn't have it yet. Okay. Should be good here. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh. Go. Okay. Check the map, make sure I explored everything. Okay, should be good. So let's move on. Pepper Miller says, if it's PC, use mouse wheel. Yeah, I'm on a Mac right now, so I do technically have a mouse wheel, so that would allow me to, like, switch weapons, but not really to, like, switch ammo, so. But I'm sure I'll remember it. So, let's...
At least on your Mac, you will always know if your mouse is always connected.
Yeah,
Because, you know.
yeah, that's true, because they always give you the little pop-up that says, you know, mouse disconnected or reconnected, and yeah, I'm sure there's a couple streams I've done where it shows a little notification.
It's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Ironically, it's my favorite part.
Yeah, it's the best. Okay. Okay, we didn't hack. Oh. Oh, there we go. Come on, up. Get back here. Where'd you go? Oh. Okay. Get back here. Got him. Alright. Let's see, I think now we just go this way. Alright. Oh. Jerebee, I think that's one of your people talking there. Jerebee, that's you. That's one of yours. That's one of your people.
Dude, unfortunate news.
What's that?
I just didn't have the heart to tell you, dude.
What?
The way Discord is screen sharing it on my end, it is not showing anything. It is a blank screen. I just felt so bad. I just couldn't tell you. I'm so sorry.
Shit. Okay. Well, fuck. That just... Alright, well, hang on. Let me go back. Yeah, because that's weird. It's like on my end, it's showing that it's showing my screen. It should be showing Steam right now. But, alright, never mind. I'll just turn up the stream share. Well, at least we tried. So yeah, let me just go ahead and get back to the game. Oh yeah, I gotta go back to Streamlabs. Switch to... Oh wait. Go there. Switch back there. And there we go. Okay.
What's the matter, Frank?
Oh, right, yeah, I forgot. This asshole. Oh wait, I think I need the telekinesis plasmid. That's the problem. But I can't remember where I go to get it. Alright, I'm gonna just run around like an asshole. Okay. Alright. Okay. Oh wait,
So hands down, what do you think is the worst plasmid?
the worst one, I don't know, probably the bees, just because like it's one of those that should be kind of cool, but it doesn't really do much. Like it does like stun your opponents, your enemies for a little bit, but it doesn't really seem to like hurt them in any way. At least just that's my opinion.
How did I know, man? How did I know it was the bees?
Well, what's also disappointing about it is that was the one they showed off in like the trailers, and they made it look like really cool. Like, you can like inject the stuff into your arm and you'll get to shoot out bees, but then you get to the actual game and it's like, yeah, you can do that, but it's not as like cool as the trailer made it out to be.
It does fuck all. It's basically cosmetic, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, pretty much. And where the hell am I? Hang on, I feel like I'm... Oh, okay, I have to clear the debris with enemy grenades. Well... Oh, shit. I'm a fucking idiot. I didn't realize I already had telekinesis. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't touch the game in like a week.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. Let's see. Pepper Miller's
You
in
had
the...
your heart in the right spot, man. You had it, man.
Yeah. Pepper Miller's in the chat says, the bees one does hurt them. It was added later in development and was originally just made for the trailer. Yeah, that makes sense. They probably also thought it was like the most visually striking one, so it's like, let's use that one for the trailer. Whereas, I don't know, I would have gone with like the Electrovolt one, because that one also looks cool, but it actually like does stuff. Oh shit, I keep forgetting. Oh, there we go. Got it. And while I'm at it, fuck you. Well, that got him. Oh, never mind. All right, fuck you. Oh, I guess it still... Oh, okay. Alright, and one more. Fuck you! Oh, alright, I think that got him. At least I hope it did.
You probably got him.
This is creepy. Do you think I should shoot it just to make sure it's dead?
Nah.
Yeah, should be fine. Alright, let's...
Today I had lunch with the goddess. Steinman, she said, I'm here to free you from the tyranny of the commonplace.
Yeah, this guy sounds rational.
A new kind
Uh-oh.
of beauty. I asked her, what do you mean, goddess? Symmetry, dear Steinman.
Oh, shit.
Did something about symmetry.
Oh, well, that was easy. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh. Okay. Alright, just gotta...
Am I allowed to speak about stuff that isn't like strictly BioShock related, or can I just like go on random tangents?
No, yeah, go right ahead. Whatever you want to talk about, go for it.
Okay, so like speaking on like content that was made like specifically for trailers, I think like the closest example I can think of on like my end for stuff that I love personally, for the game Cult of the Lamb, they usually have animated trailers to display their shit.
Mm-hmm.
it was specifically in, I think, the Relics of the Old Faith update. They had an update that showed, I think, your relic seller essentially. But in the scene, the animated scene that shows everything, there are a few relics that, while they are in the game, some of them are actually not in the game that were shown in the trailer. And I think that's kind of similar to what probably would have happened to like the B plasmid, but they kind of just kept it around still.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm kind of thinking of like the game Aliens Colonial Marines, which I remember when that game was coming out, I was like really hyped for it because I love the movie Aliens. It's one of my all-time favorites. And everything I saw from the game looked awesome. Like the trailers and stuff looked amazing. Like they had the actual sound effects in the movies. They had some of the actors in the movie. I was, and like a lot of people were telling me like, no, it's not going to be good. It's going to be bad. Trust me. And I'm like, no, you shut up. I know it's going to be good. Don't tell me otherwise. And then the game finally came out. Thankfully, I didn't buy it. I just rented it. But I went home to play it, and I'm like, oh no.
They got you hook, line, and sinker with the shits, didn't they?
Yeah, and then I found out later that apparently the stuff that was in the trailer like wasn't really even meant to be in the game. It was just made solely for the trailer.
Yeah, no. Whenever games like do that kind of thing, I just think it's really shitty, and it sucks because why put up a dishonest front when you should just show what's in your fucking game so people can figure out if it's worth their money or not.
Well, I think that's just because like at the end of the day, they're trying to be like car salesmen. Like they're not necessarily trying to sell you the best product. They're just trying to sell you a product. So even if it's not good, they want to like sell you on it regardless of whether it's good or not.
If there's no engine in the car, I don't want the car. I don't care if it's like a really nice shell. I want the fucking car, man.
Yeah, but I mean, again, you're not really there to be fair or critical. You're there to like sell something to people. It's kind of what happened to like Shia LaBeouf on Indiana Jones 4, where like he was going around telling people that it's a terrible movie, and Spielberg was telling him like, hey kid, you're here to sell a movie, not tell people that it's shitty. And I think Harrison Ford even told him like to quote unquote shut the fuck up.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, for anybody who unfortunately watched Dial of Destiny, if you're wondering why he's not in the movie, well, there you go.
He wasn't in there, or did they cut him out? I'm assuming he wasn't in there to begin with.
He wasn't in there. They wrote him out. The explanation they gave was that he had like served in Vietnam and he had died during the war.
Crazy, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah. Basically, they did to him what they did to Megan Fox in the Transformers movies, where after the second one, she said some not so kind things about Michael Bay, and they wrote her out of the third one by saying, "Oh yeah, my previous girlfriend dumped me."
As a kid, I actually did remember being weirdly upset about that. I was like, but why'd they do that though? I physically remembered the girl being completely different, and I remember being so upset.
Yeah.
And the first thing my mom said was, nah, they recasted a different girl. Fucking, you know how it is.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Well, the funny thing is that I guarantee you they barely even rewrote the character because she basically is just playing the Megan Fox role, just with a different name.
I full-heartedly do believe that, because, why bother remaking the entire fucking of one specific character when you can just, change the name?
Oh, and speaking of recasting, I don't know if you're at all a Marvel fan or if you really even care.
I am mixed.
Okay. Well, the trailer recently dropped for the new Captain America movie, Captain America New World Order, where this time, obviously, it's not Steve Rogers. It's Anthony Mackie's character. But in the other Marvel movies, they had William Hurt playing General Ross. But unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago, so they had to recast him and they brought in Harrison Ford to replace him. And in the trailer, the only mention they make of him looking different is he says that he had to shave his mustache. That's it.
That's a crazy way to fucking frame it. I love that.
Yeah.
I kind of respect it.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, I don't know. It's like, well, people are probably going to be wondering, like, well, why does he look so different? They're just like, he just shaved his mustache. Whatever.
Can I do with this one, Aphrodite? She won't stay still. I want to make them beautiful, but they always turn out wrong. That one's too fat. This one's too tall.
The American health system at work, people.
And now, what's this goddess? An intruder. He's
This just reminds me of the fucking Witcher kind of thing, where they replaced the main actor for Geralt. I feel so
Oh.
bad butchering the name and shit.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
Yeah, no, like kind of a bummer that Henry Cavill had his fucking go. Man.
Yeah.
I played him well.
Well, it is what it is. Alright, come on. Get back here. Got it. Come on. Okay. Let's do this guy. Okay.
I'm
Got it.
curious. You seem to be very much interested in films, considering your entire channel is literally about films.
Really? I had no idea.
No, man, I thought you were very much focused on cars. My bad.
No, you're totally fine. I'm just making a joke.
I know. No, my question was like, what's the because I've asked you before, but I want to know again. Off the top of your head, what are the most slept on movies? Like again.
By slept on, what do you mean?
Not talked about enough, like never like acknowledged,
Oh,
barely even existed to begin with.
no, I got you. Like the underrated movies. Yeah, sure. I mean, there's a lot that I could pick from. Let me think. I mean, I guess I could say stuff like John Carpenter's The Thing, but that's, even though that is like more of a cult movie, it's definitely more popular. I don't know. I mean, well, the only one I can think of off the top of my head right now would be, and I'm looking at the poster for it, but George Romero's Day of the Dead, which I was gonna go back and forth on which of Romero's Dead movies is my favorite, because Night of the Living Dead I think is arguably the best one, but I also like Dawn of the Dead. But Day of the Dead, like when that one came out, like a lot of people really didn't like it because it's a much darker, more depressing kind of movie versus like Dawn of the Dead, which is kind of bleak but also still kind of fun in a weird way. But I think Day of the Dead is like super underrated.
I keep forgetting you have the damn poster. Shit.
Yeah. Actually, you'd be surprised as how many posters I've got. Like, literally, as I'm sitting here, I'm looking at like at least like probably like 10 movie posters all around me.
I have to ask because I did work in a movie theater once, so I'm curious. Are they like physical, like posters that they use for like movie theater, like displays, or is it just random posters that you get that are about the movie specifically?
Most of them are like just posters you get like that are about the movie, but not like ones that they use in promotions. I do actually have one giant like poster that I actually got from a movie theater I used to work at for a movie called Drive Angry, which I think we only had it for like a week before we pulled it.
A week?
Yeah, because
Happened?
it made like no money.
So that shit bombed is what you're trying to tell me.
Yeah, well, I mean, to kind of give it some background, the movie came out in like 2011, I want to say. This is like during that period of time where 3D was like really coming in, like becoming popular again. But what was happening was there were a lot of movies coming out that were advertised as being in 3D, but they were like post converted to 3D, like they weren't originally meant to be in 3D, but then they decided, oh, we'll sell some more tickets if we, do some editing and make it a 3D movie. And a lot of times the 3D looked like shit. And I think also people at the time were just getting sick of 3D. And Drive Angry, when it came out, they were pushing the 3D because it was like shot in 3D and it was meant to be like the old school, like kind of gimmicky 3D where they throw stuff at the screen. And so it might have also it might have been that people just at the time were kind of sick of 3D. And also the movie starred Nick Cage, and that was kind of the height of like the whole like people hating on Nick Cage, even though I've always really liked him as an actor. I mean, yeah, he's made some bad movies, but what great actor hasn't made at least one bad movie in their career?
No, that's so real though, man. I'm pretty sure a lot of actors have had like really bad, like horrible movies that they've been in. So it's kind of a bummer that people kind of just did that to him.
Yeah. I mean, thankfully now I feel like he's gotten a bit more appraisal. Or at least like not as, or at least he's not as like scrutinized as he used to be. But no, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like a lot of people tend to forget that at one point in time he actually was he is an Academy Award winner. Like, he won an Oscar back in the 90s.
I mean, it kind of just depends, because like it depends on like who was around when that happened. Because some people probably weren't born when that happened, you know.
Yeah.
In the sense that they weren't there to see that, you know.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
I was one of them.
Yeah. Well, I think when he made the movie that won him an Oscar, which was Leaving Las Vegas, I was like 4 years old at the time, so I wouldn't have been able to see it back then.
Damn, you're old, man.
Yeah, don't I know it? Oh, shit. Alright, I can't search him. Alright, let me get back around. Oh! Okay, how do I... Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Stay away from her, or it is you who will be shot next.
Easy now, Doctor. He's just looking for a wee bit of Adam. Just enough to get by.
I'll not have him.
Have you ever had a
hurt my little
distressing
ones.
nightmare?
I'll be honest, I don't remember any of my dreams.
Bitte do not hurt her.
Like when I go to when I dream, it's more like I have like really random visions of stuff I've seen in my life. But it's not, none of it has like any structure to it. Like it's not the sort of thing where I can like say like, oh, I had this crazy dream where such and such happened. It's more just like a random flash of things that just come, they just like hit my eyes. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Getting plagued by the visions, I see. Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, personally my shit is more of like, it's more kind of like structured, but it's so loose and structured that it's kind of just like, it's in a sense of how do I get from a very, like very vague looking house to fucking Silent Hill looking industrial section. What the fuck happened, essentially?
Yeah. All right, chat. So here we come to the big moment. So choose whether to rescue the little sister or harvest her. If you harvest her, you get maximum atoms to spend on plasmids, but you will not survive the process. Well, obviously. But if you rescue her, you get less atom, but Tenenbaum has promised to make it worth your while. So, hang on. Chat, what are we thinking? Should we harvest her or should we rescue her?
I mean, I think, you know, free shit, you know?
So, you're going with rescue?
Begrudgingly.
Okay. All right. Actually, let's leave it up to the chat. Chat, if you want me to harvest her, type 1. If you want me to rescue her, type 2. Just know though that if we harvest her, well, because I don't know if it's like a set number of little sisters you have to like save versus harvest, but just know that like the more that we save them, the better the reward we get in the end. But and also keep in mind that you're literally gonna watch me harvest like you know, the soul out of this young girl. So keep that in mind when you vote. All right, we got a two. Let's see what everybody else says. Because I want to get at least like maybe 3 votes.
Single two.
Yeah. Yeah, Boda doesn't want to see me harvest this poor little girl of her Adam. Okay, you know what? I don't think there's going to be any more votes coming in, so I'll just go ahead and rescue her.
Makes sense.
Plus, I'll be honest, whenever I have played this game, I always just like save them because I don't know, I just can't really bring it in. I just really can't bring it in to like actually. I mean, obviously it's just a video game, but at the same time, it's like you're literally killing a little girl to like get sustenance or whatever, and it's like I don't know. I don't feel comfortable doing that.
That's what they're banking on.
Yeah. Well, it's also just like kind of a general thing is that in video games, I always like want to be the hero. I want to be the good guy. Like I don't want to be the bad guy.
Yeah, no, that's like a fair thing, which is why I think games like that purposefully like push you to do things that would probably make you very uncomfortable
Yeah.
are very interesting in concept.
Like I remember when I played the Walking Dead game from Telltale, there's a part in the game where you have to decide whether a guy like shoots his son in the head or doesn't, because the son like gets bitten by a zombie, and if you let him live, then he's gonna turn. And I remember I chose the option to like have him shoot the kid, and right before he pulled the trigger, I literally looked away from the screen.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, again, it's like it's just like I don't know. It's like, fuck, man. I just couldn't bring myself to watch it.
Man, that's crazy, man. I wonder how you feel about like playing a game that involves you having to do that yourself.
Well, I don't know, because I mean, like, obviously, like killing, you know, enemies in a video game, I have no problem with, because, you know, there are literally obstacles that you have to like fight your way through. But if it's something like that where you're like, you know, forced to like put somebody out of their misery, essentially, it's like I don't know. It's just one of those things where, well, especially if it's a game that I get like super invested in, it's like I don't know. I can't really bring myself to do it.
I mean, that's a fair thing, yeah.
That said, though, I do enjoy games like Destroy All Humans, where even though technically you are like the protagonist of the game and the hero, you're also kind of the villain because you're going around basically trying to like conquer the world. Oh fuck.
Okay, that example is just a given, man. It's just you're supposed to be
Yeah.
like that, man.
Oh, okay. There's another little sister ahead. To get the atom from her, you must deal with her big daddy first. I don't know. I mean, I think I. Okay, it just says open the emergency access. Should I go ahead and try to get the little sister, or should I just like? Because I'm trying to think if the game like forces you to do it or not. Well, the thing I'm also worried about. I'm sorry.
I mean, personally, like if you have the health to spare and the energy, you should do it. If not, no.
Yeah. Let me switch. Because, I mean, I do have a couple Eve hypos, and I've got, like, 8 med kits, so I should be fine. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do this.
If you die, it's not my fault.
No, it's... Don't worry. It'll be more my fault than anything. And I'm dead.
Are you for real? I can't tell if you're joking.
No, I actually did die.
Oh my god. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, I think I might just have to... Because I'm not sure if you can actually come back to these areas or not, but just in case, I'm probably just going to skip to the next level, because I'm vastly underpowered.
Oh my god, okay, my stream just caught up. Holy shit, man. That was... Ooh. That's hard mode, I guess. God
Yeah.
damn.
Alright, so...
Are you almost back to emergency access? Come through as soon as you get there. You got Ryan's eye now. You won't hear them coming, but it'll be there before you know it.
Up. And it's that asshole again. Okay. And we got some cash. Pepper Miller's in chat is saying it's something that BioShock, not BioShock, System Shock 1 and 2 had, but I think SS1 handled it better, arguably. I tried to give you money. Shit, I just saw a little notification. Bodacious CNO sent in $3. Thank you, man. Streamlabs is being asked. Yeah, I know. He said, believe in the me that believes in you. Make life take the lemons back. Get mad. We don't want life's lemons. What am I supposed to do with these? Make life rue the day it thought could give us lemons. Yeah, absolutely. Words of wisdom. Thank you, Boda. Very much appreciated.
That quote sounds very familiar.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably from a movie or something that I'm sure somebody's going to be like, well, shouldn't you know that line because you watch movies? And it's like, well, I do, but I mean, it's not like I have every movie memorized. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot. There we go. Alright, let's get this asshole.
Someone confirmed what I was thinking. It's Portal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been a while since I played Portal 2. Actually, fun fact, I had Portal 2 for the Xbox 360, and I beat the game literally the same day that I got it.
That's dedication. Nice. Must have really had you hooked in then.
It did, but I think it's also just that I didn't have anything better to do, so... And Bodacious is saying, I combined an anime and video game quote. Okay, we get the video game, but what about the anime? Okay.
I'm completely lost on anime. I don't watch that type of thing, man.
Yeah. Okay, you have not rescued or harvested all the little sisters on this deck. You need Adam from them to become more powerful. It will be very difficult to survive without getting more Adam. Fuck. Okay. I guess I gotta go back. Alright.
Okay, so you have no choice. Great.
Yeah. Well, I think I technically can move on, but the game was just warning me that it's like, well, I mean, if you don't do it, then the game's gonna be a little bit harder.
Basically just you want to eat shit and die first, you want to eat shit and die later on.
Yeah, of course. B doesn't watch anime, says Pepper Miller's. Well, of course not, because anime's gay.
No, actually it's more specific. All the people who I've known who have watched anime were either weird as fuck, or it's just that the anime they liked is just weird as fuck in general.
Yeah.
That's just that's it. That's just it. They have second taste in anime, or they were the weirdo that liked that second taste in anime. That's just it.
Ah, yeah, that honestly makes total sense. I mean, I'll admit I used to watch anime when I was younger, like mostly when I was because when I was a kid I used to watch Toonami all the time, and that was my exposure to anime. I watched stuff like Dragon Ball and Sailor Moon and the occasional Gundam show. But I don't know, like when I was a teenager I tried to get a bit more into anime, but now that I've gotten older I just kind of don't care.
Damn, you don't care about the funny show recently about, the latest. I got isekai'd into this very specific game of mine where I play this very high-leveled slime.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't have the energy in me to repeat that whole statement, man.
Okay. Okay, no worries. We'll just move on. All right.
I just mumble shit. I'm sorry about that.
No, don't be sorry about it.
Actually, no. There's very specific animes I do like, but again, it's very stupid. It's basically one about being just a baker, a patisserie baker type person. That probably sounds stupid. Madoka, and then fucking Yuri on Ice, and Yuri on Ice is basically fucking dead. So you know.
Let's see. Going through Boda's messages here. You mentioned the anime is Gurren Lagann. Okay. The first protagonist to die in the anime is basically propane key, gay and inspirational. I mean, he's definitely gay. Inspirational? I don't know. That's debatable. Oh, fuck. Which way? Hang on. Sorry, dying just like really fucked up my shit, and now I don't know where I'm going.
Remember, son, dying's gay.
Indeed, it is. Okay, let's see. Nope. Oh, I hear them. And okay, I hear them, but I don't see them. So where the hell are they? Are you okay?
Me?
Yeah, I thought I heard a noise.
If it was for me, I wasn't pressing the funny button, so no, it probably wasn't for me. I hope.
No, it I don't know. It sounded like, and I know it's gonna sound weird when I repeat it, but it sounded like I thought I heard like a sound.
Film, I want you to know this from the bottom of my heart. I want to smack your forehead. I want to smack your forehead. What the fuck?
Honestly, that's deserved. I don't know. I think my mind just
I'm
might
gonna
be.
have to take a moment from because of that shit. I'm taking a quick fucking circle walk. Hold on.
Yeah, you probably should. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I think my hearing is just starting to go in my old age. Okay, I already searched that. Now, where the hell is that Big Daddy? Because I am like completely lost right now. Oh, there it is. Okay, switch. Oh! Alright, well, shit, that splicer's doing the work for me. Actually, wait, hang on. Let me see if he throws another grenade. Or if he does. Oh! Oh. Huh. Never heard her say that before. Alright, well, that strategy didn't work, so... There we go. Ah, fuck. God damn it. God, come on. Oh, shit. God damn it. Okay. And I'm okay, switch. Ah, fuck! But HCNO is asking which anime is the most queer. I don't know, all of them. Nah, I don't know, maybe Sailor Moon? I don't know. Just taking a wild guess. B, are you still there, or are you ignoring me now? No, I'm not that way. Okay. Which way? Nope. God. Man, I'm really fucking this up right now. Okay, I think nope.
What are you fucking up on?
Oh, sorry. I was just getting lost. And I can't
So
remember.
you're like a 5-year-old in a store then?
Pretty much. By the way, I want to formally apologize for my comment earlier. I'm terribly sorry. I think I might just be hearing things.
No, it's fine. It just caught me so off guard, dude. Like, it's straight up.
Yeah, no worries. If I ever say anything uncouth like that again, feel free to call me out on it because honestly, at that point I probably deserve it.
No, man, it's fine. Like, typically my gut reaction to shit is like scream first, then immediately like assess what the fuck happened. You're fine, trust me.
Fair enough.
I've had worse shit said to me.
Yeah. Boda in the chat is saying sorry about the Coneheads thing. Oh god. No, it's not your fault, Boda. It's, if anything, it's, if I had to pin the blame on anybody, I just say Rogue and crew, because they're the ones who are like who are just saying, man, because I think they were showing a video of Steven Dawson. They were saying that like he looks like a Conehead, and then they're like, oh my god, you remember that movie Coneheads? And then Rogue's like, Film, if you're in chat, what are your thoughts on Coneheads? I need to hear that shit. And I just said in the chat, like, that Coneheads, one of those movies that I forget even exists. And he's like, good man. And then I can't remember if it was him or Yank who said it, but one of them was like, do you think we can get FilmNerd to review that movie? And they're like, oh my god, that'd be so funny if he like wrote a review for that on his site. And then Rogue's like, all right, Film, go review Coneheads. And then Boda sent a message on Discord saying, please review Coneheads. And I'm like, well, he's a patron of mine, so fuck, I guess I gotta do it.
Please, sir, just a crumb of Coneheads content.
I mean, I'll admit, the movie's like not good, but honestly, I've seen worse. Fucking finally I got him.
That's crazy though. Like, Coneheads is one of those things where like I vaguely remember after like 5 years, and then I immediately forget it exists.
Yeah, honestly.
I only remember it existed because I was young when I first watched it, and all I knew was just like, damn, these people got big ass foreheads anyways.
Yeah. All right, so we got another little sister. I'm gonna throw it to chat again. Which should I do? Should I harvest or rescue it? Type 1 if I should harvest. Type 2 if I should save it. And Boda is saying film is a good bead. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Boda. And I was also curious. Yeah, I'm sure you were. I mean, honestly, like Coneheads, like especially in terms of save, you get more rewards. Yeah, that's true. All right, I'll rescue them.
I must be dyslexic. Dyslexic. I read that shit as bread. I'm so tired.
No, you're fine. But what I was gonna say was like for Coneheads, like yeah, there's definitely worse movies out there that I've seen, and especially like movies based on Saturday Night Live sketches. There are plenty worse out there. Like honestly, I would probably much rather watch Coneheads than like It's Pat. Like It's Pat is genuinely one of the worst fucking movies I've seen in my life.
For me, it's the fucking Loquacia movie. I don't know how to put it. It just is.
The what movie?
It's a movie called Loquacia, I think.
Loquacia?
It just fucking sucks. Yeah.
Well, I mean, with a title like that, I mean, I can only expect like high art. See, yeah, B, that's a question I want to throw to you actually. What's a movie that's like, because obviously you know what's like for you the worst movie ever, but what's like a movie that to you is bad but is like enjoyable? Like Like, what's your go-to like so bad it's good movie?
That's a really hard question because I really don't watch that many movies. Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a solid I'm gonna need a couple minutes on that one. Shit, I don't know.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, if it'll help, I can tell you, because I don't know if I have like one in particular, but there's like a couple I can name off the top of my head that I think would kind of fit my definition of like so bad it's good.
Hand them over. I want to see if like any of them may align or might help jog my memories of like what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Well, the one that immediately comes to mind for me would be like Showgirls. Like that Showgirls is genuinely terrible, but it's like the right kind of terrible where like everything so much of it doesn't work that it like wraps around and it becomes like amazing again.
Now you had the pleasure of Andrew Ryan's company. He's the one who built this place, and he's the one who ran it into the ground. Nobody knows
I
exactly.
have my movie, and it's probably I don't know if it's gonna seem like sacrilege or whatever, but it's kind of a specific thing for me. Blazing Saddles, if that makes any sense.
Really? You think that's a so bad it's good movie?
Families in a submarine hidden in the foundation of Fontaine.
For me, yes, and that's simply because. Actually, no, not Blazing Saddles. I actually didn't remember the thing I was thinking of. I was thinking of Blazing Saddles because it's a nearby film, Michigan. What the fuck am I saying? I was thinking of Blazing Saddles because a nearby movie theater wants to play that like someday in July.
Yeah.
The movie I'm thinking about is White Chicks specifically.
Oh God. I don't know if I've seen that movie, but I remember when it came out, because that was like the mid 2000s, and I remember even back then I just saw the trailer for that and I'm like, oh, this looks like ass.
It kind of is ass. It's a weird guilty pleasure for me, honestly.
Yeah.
I can't explain it. It's
Yeah.
funny.
I was actually looking at the chat. Boda says American Psycho 2 is terrible but kind of funny. Yeah, that's a bizarre one with like Mila Kunis and William Shatner. Where the funny thing is that
That's the one with the girl monologues?
I don't know about that. But and Pepper Miller's pointed out in the chat that that was a movie that even though it's called American Psycho 2, it wasn't originally meant to be a sequel to American Psycho. It was like its own thing, but the studio that owned the rights to it, the studio that produced it happened to own the rights to American Psycho, so they thought, well, maybe we could sell more DVDs if we like change a few things around, shoot a very quick like flashback sequence, and bam, we can make it an American Psycho sequel.
Damn, they got Star Foxed.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say more so that they got Hellraisered because that was the thing with the Hellraiser movies, where after the fourth one, I think the ones that came after it were like pre-existing scripts. They basically retooled into Hellraiser movies.
I always forget that Hellraiser exists, and I feel bad about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're amazing movies. Moss Room in the chat says, other than Freddy Got Fingered, my favorite so bad it's good movie is Food Fight. I laughed my ass off so hard watching it for the first time. Yeah, that's fair.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I saw Freddy Got Fingered. I actually reviewed that fucking movie because there was a patron of mine who unfortunately is not a patron anymore, just couldn't afford it anymore, which is totally understandable. But he had recommended me. He requested that I review like some actually good movies, like Perks of Being a Wallflower, Pink Floyd's The Wall. What else? Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and those are all really good movies. And then he's like, I want you to review Freddy Got Fingered, and I'm like, fuck. So I did, and it's pretty bad.
Their parting gift.
Yeah.
Freddy Got Fingered.
Yeah, although honestly, like it is bad, but I don't know. Part of me definitely hated it, but another part of me like didn't hate it. Like there are moments that are really like hard to sit through, but there are other parts where it's just so ridiculous that I can't help but like laugh a little bit about it.
I'm gonna need you to enlighten me. What the fuck is Freddy Got Fingered?
Okay, so do you know who Tom Green is?
Fuck no.
No, not insulting or anything, but I kind of expected that. Basically, he was this comedian back in the 90s. He was known. He had like a public access show called the Tom Green Show, where it was basically kind of a precursor to Jackass, where he did like all kinds of crazy stunts, mostly to like mess with with people in his day to day life, and even like his parents. Like he did shit like he painted pornography on his dad's car, and like did a stunt where he locked a monkey in a van and it shit everywhere. And anyway, that show got popular enough that he got a show on MTV where he did basically the same stuff, but on a bigger budget. And then in the late 90s, early 2000s, some executive at I think it was 20th Century Fox thought, well, this Tom Green guy is very popular. Let's give him like a couple $1 million and have him make a movie for us. And he made Freddy Got Fingered, which the funny thing is that his character isn't that I cannot talk. His character's name isn't even Freddy, and that title refers to like one scene in the movie where Tom Green's character, who in the movie he plays this guy who's a cartoonist, but he's like lazy and he still lives with his parents and he has like no ambition whatsoever. But like his younger brother, whose name is Freddy, is like doing very well for himself. And there's a part in the movie where Tom Green goes to therapy with his parents, and he accuses his dad of molesting his brother Freddy, hence the title Freddy Got Fingered.
I'm in fucking awe. Holy shit.
Yeah. It's honestly one of those movies that's like, it's kind of easier to like talk about like specific scenes rather than like go over the whole plot, because there's just so much to talk about in that movie. Like there's a part where, and I swear to God, what I'm about to say, I'm not making any of this up. There's a part where Tom Green pulls off to the side of the road, trespasses onto a barn, and he starts jerking off a horse while saying, "Look at me, Daddy, I'm a farmer." There's a part where he like goes crazy and he like ties strings around his fingers and like puts them on pulleys and ties like sausages to the end of them, and he's like banging on the keyboard going, "Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausages?" Monster is mentioning in the chat the scuba gear scene. Yeah, there's a part where his dad goes to the bathroom and he sees Tom Green is in the shower wearing scuba gear and he's holding a bar of soap saying like, "Look, I got buried treasure." There's a part where he finds a dead deer on the side of the road, and he got advice earlier in the movie where he says like, he has to like get deep inside of something to find inspiration. So he takes it as like, I'm going to take the dead deer carcass, put it over my back, and then run around like an idiot. The worst is probably, and again, I'm not making any of this up, there's a part where and I forget the context of it, he goes to a hospital and he's in like the maternity ward and he's helping a woman deliver a baby, and he gets the baby out and he literally swings it around by its umbilical cord. And I'm not kidding.
I can't explain why. Personally, I put the horse scene above the baby scene.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a bizarre, well, yeah, it's a very bizarre movie, but it's also one of those where it's like, given what Tom Green was known for, it's like, well, what kind of movie did you expect him to make?
They gave him $1 million to deliver dog shit. I can't believe he really grifted him that bad.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. In a weird way, I kind of respect him for that. It's like, well, hey, the studio's giving me all this money to make my own movie. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to make whatever I want to. I don't care.
Nah, exactly, but also damn.
Yeah.
He fucking delivered, I guess. Shit.
Yeah. And I remember one moment in the movie that actually made me kind of laugh was towards the end of the movie, there's a part where, and again, a lot of it, I feel like I have to provide context for it. Him and his dad go to Afghanistan, and they manage to get back home, and there's a scene where they're arriving home by airplane, and there's like a crowd of people waiting for them, like cheering for them, and there's people holding up signs, and one of them's holding up a sign that says, "When will this fucking movie end?"
That is actually fantastic. Thank you, whoever did that. I love you.
Yeah. But yeah, that's And I'm actually looking through the chat here just to kind of catch up. Let's see. That aged poorly. I'm not sure exactly what Butter referred to. Norbit also aged very poorly. Yeah, that did not age well at all. B, are you familiar with Norbit at all?
No, actually, I'm not. I was gonna say just now, like, this is slowly becoming a stream where you just slowly, like, recap movies to me.
Okay,
It's becoming
so
more and more mortified, so please,
so
now, please.
just so I'm aware, you know who Eddie Murphy is, right?
Actually, I do. Yes, that one I do know.
Okay, that's good. So you know that part of his shtick is in a lot of his movies he'll like play multiple characters in the same movie, right?
Loosely.
You know, like he did that with the Nutty Professor and like Coming to America, where it was him, but he was playing like different characters, just in like different in like makeup and stuff.
Okay, then yes, I do know. Yes.
Well, okay, so in Norbit, that was another case where he did that, where he played multiple characters. Like the main character he plays is this guy named Norbit, who's like this dweeby, milquetoast kind of guy, and he's dating a woman who I can't remember her name. It's like LaQuisha, Latoya. It's something like that, and it's a fat woman, and it's like this massive, like super overweight, like loud black woman who's going around being like, whatever I do what I want. Or I think there's like a specific catchphrase she has in that movie, but she's like loud, abrasive, obnoxious, and just every like stereotype you can imagine for like a fat, sassy black woman. And I think he even plays like an old Jewish guy or an Asian guy. Rastusha. Yeah, that's the fucking name. Thanks, Boda. But yeah, that movie is dog shit. Let's see. I'm gonna go with extra.
Well, we all have winners, I guess. We all can't have winners.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing about oh yeah, that was her catchphrase. How you doing? The funny thing about Norbit, that actually got an Oscar nomination.
You're joking? No.
I wish I was. But just so you know, the Oscar was for like best makeup effects, which in that movie's defense, like the fat suit in that movie does look really good for what it is.
You know what? Makeup effects make sense. All right, that
Yeah.
does make sense.
Well, it also makes sense considering the guy who did the effects. The effects were done by an artist named Rick Baker, who's kind of Eddie Murphy's like go-to guy. Oh yeah, Boda's saying Eddie Murphy played an elder Chinese guy. Yeah, that's it. That's what I was trying to think of. But no, yeah, Rick Baker, he's a legend in the industry. Like, he did the effects for a lot of movies. Like, he did the effects for one of my all-time favorites, An American Werewolf in London. He also did effects for like Gremlins 2, Harry and the Hendersons. What else? He did the effects for that live-action Grinch with Jim Carrey. I don't know. He's done a lot of big movies.
He did the film effects for Pete. He did it for the Nightmare. Fucking the Grinch. Damn.
Yeah, he did. But he's also kind of Eddie Murphy's go-to guy. Like, he did the effects for Coming to America and the Nutty Professor movies, and I think a few others. But, yeah. Norbit got an Oscar nomination.
Man, that's fucking insane. Man, imagine if he won, though.
Yeah. I mean, shit, Suicide Squad won an Oscar.
What?
I think it might have been the same thing, like best like achievement in makeup effects or something.
Okay, that makes sense. I don't think it would have gotten much in terms of story, right?
Yeah, because it's funny. Suicide Squad, the 2016 one, that's one of those movies that like when it came out, everybody was like trashing it, like saying it's bad, and I'm like, I mean, it's not great, but I didn't think it was that bad. And then I rewatched it a few years ago, And I'm like, oh no, this movie is bad.
You wanted to be hopeful. You wanted to have faith.
Yeah. Plus, I don't know, the trailers made it look like fun, but then I kind of quickly realized that, like, again, they were manipulating you into thinking that it was going to be, you know, because the trailer they put out trying to make it look like it was big, colorful, and fun. Like they're basically trying to sell it as like DC's answer to Guardians of the Galaxy, but without any of the charm.
I don't know if this is fucked up to say, but like personally, part of me like knew it was gonna be a fucking failure because of Jared Leto. That's it.
Because of what?
I keep forgetting. Did Suicide Squad have like their version of like the fucking Joker?
Oh yeah, they had Jared Leto as the Joker, who was honestly the worst on-screen Joker I can think of.
That's how I knew it would suck ass. Jared
Yeah.
fucking Leto.
Honestly, at this point, I feel like Leto should give back the Oscar he won for Dallas Buyers Club. Because I mean, between Suicide Squad and fucking Morbius, like he doesn't deserve to own an Oscar anymore.
No, what do you mean? Morbius was like the best fucking movie ever. He won at least like 50.
B, I'm like this close to kicking you off the stream right now. I'm kidding, obviously, but no, yeah, I hated Morbius. Let's see. Mushroom in the chat says, I think the worst time I've ever had watching a movie was Master of Disguise. Me and my family sat down and watched it with no context. The power went out two-thirds into it, and I just thought, thank fuck. Honestly, the power should have gone off sooner. Like the minute you started watching that movie, because that movie is
2/3. Damn. The fact that you actually got the ratio down.
yeah. I don't know if I could have sat through even a third of that fucking movie. B, you know what Master of Disguise is, right?
I just looked it up. The answer is a flat fucking no.
Yeah. Do you want me to give you some context for it, or would you rather just do the research on it yourself?
I'm not watching that shit. Please give me the.
Okay, so
I like yours better.
do you know who? Again, I have to ask. Do you know who Dana Carvey is?
What have they played so far?
He's probably best known for playing Garth on Wayne's World.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm lost with shit. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Dana Carvey was a comedian. He was on Saturday Night Live back in the day. He's best known for playing the character of Garth from the Wayne's World movies. And in the early 2000s, the folks at Happy Madison, that's Adam Sandler's production company, the same guys who made like Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison and whatnot, they decided to give him his own movie, and it became Master of Disguise, where he plays this guy named God, what was his fucking name in that? It was like something Pistachio. I remember his last name was Pistachio, but he's like this dim-witted guy who finds out his family heritage is like disguises, so he has to go on like a top secret mission. But like every time he has to put on a new disguise, and it's basically just like Dana Carvey like trying out different characters that he's trying to play. Like he plays like a stereotypical like Frenchman. He plays Quint from Jaws. He's like a stereotypical like Indian guru at one point, and the big scene that like every piece of promotional material like sold the movie on was the scene where he puts on this big like suit or whatever that's made to look like a turtle shell, because he sold he has to go to this place called the Turtle Club, so he goes dressed as like a human version of a turtle, and he's like, am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club? You know, turtle. Like they really thought that was going to be the scene that would sell the movie. Pistachio Disguisey. I hate that I retained that information, says Mushroom. Yeah, that's right. They gave him some stupid fucking name like that.
That's so bad, dude. That just sounds terrible. Thank God you explained it to me, Christ, man.
Yeah,
People who make Happy Gilmore made that trash. Damn.
Yeah. And honestly, Happy Gilmore is like one of the few Adam Sandler movies that I actually kind of tolerate.
unironically, I do love that movie. Probably
Yeah.
because I saw it as a child, and I have really bad nostalgia, so I love it.
Yeah.
Point blank.
Honestly, though, like, even though Adam Sandler's obviously the star of that movie, for me, my favorite person in that is weirdly enough, what's his name? God, I didn't know, I remembered his name, but I lost it. Christopher McDonald, that's it. The guy who played Shooter McGavin, like, he absolutely steals the show in that movie.
I got the worst memory. Hold on.
You know, Shooter McGavin, the guy who's like, you better watch yourself, pal. You eat piece of shit like you for breakfast. You eat piece of shit for breakfast? No.
Oh, he's that bitch. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Well, it's also because, like,
Short arm.
he's one of those, like, character actors that's known for playing, like, bad guys in movies, and he's, like, just always so over the top in his performances that he makes the movie work.
He does. He actually does. Like, genuinely so.
I know,
I just saw on the screen that you died. Holy shit. My bad, dude.
who died?
You.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought you were referring to, like, a celebrity who passed away or something. Oh, sorry, I'm looking through the chat right now. Monstrum is saying, the only funny thing about Master of Disguise is that the crew had a moment of silence for 9/11 while Dana Carvey was in the turtle costume. Honestly, yeah, that that is kind of unironically funny to imagine that.
That's horrible. Oh no. That's actually really fucking funny to imagine. But oh my god, dude.
Well, I mean, the movie came out in, like, 2002, so by the time they were filming, like, 9/11 would have happened.
I know, but still, that's. But to be in a turtle costume when it happened, though. Damn.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Boda's saying, I was a child at the time. I didn't know any better. No, you're totally fine. There are plenty of movies that, like, I saw as a kid that I loved that now I look back on it as an adult and I'm like, wow, I know I'm autistic, but goddamn. Like that fucking Cat in the Hat movie with Mike Myers. Like, that's one of those movies for me where, like, as a kid I remember I loved it, but as an adult I look back on it and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, this movie is terrible.
I just went so hard when you brought up the Cat in the Hat. I full on agree with that one. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Isn't that like the exact movie that just made like the fucking Dr. Seuss people to just agree for not doing any more live action shit?
Yeah, I think, like, after that movie came out, Dr. Seuss's widow basically said, all right, we're not doing any more live action versions of my late husband's books.
I can't blame her. I genuinely can't. I'd be livid.
Yeah. I feel like, and this is obviously a huge conspiracy theory, but I like to imagine that part of the reason why that movie exists is because, like, the studio, like, saw that people were, like, shitting on the Jim Carrey Grinch, and they were like, oh, you thought that was bad? Well, watch this. Like, they made it so that people would, like, appreciate the live action Grinch movie.
I agree, but also nice.
Oh, did you see how I died?
Yes.
Yeah, that was stupid of me. I wasn't even paying attention. Okay, now where the hell? Oh, there he is. All right, zap, and shoot. Come on, there we go. Okay.
Why pay attention when you can just not? Like, the point of having games is not to always be 100% focused. It's to have fun.
Exactly.
Unless you need to be focused, then suffer, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, plus I feel like most people who are watching this stream aren't watching it to, like, watch me be good at this game. They're watching it just for the banter between you and I.
Yeah, they're watching it specifically to hear about how I really love Weevils. I'm sure everyone just came here for that one.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I'll just go ahead and rescue her because I'm guessing most of the people in here are just gonna say, "Yeah, no, rescue her," because we're not monsters.
We've been through this already. We know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Are you really a friend to us? Regardless, a little one brings you a gift to demonstrate our appreciation.
All right. Oh, nice. Tenbomb wants to reward you. The reward will be inside a teddy bear at a gatherer's garden.
Hell yeah, my favorite.
Yeah. That's actually another question I just thought of. B. Did you have any favorite childhood like toys when you were growing up?
See, that's a fucked up question to ask because I kind of like grew up in like a situation where I couldn't exactly get many toys as a child. So like most of my like infatuation with toys mainly came when I was like a bit older and I was deemed a bit too old for certain toys. But like if I had to generally like pick a toy that I was like kind of like really interested in and still kind of wanted to say, unironically Furby. I want more Furbies. I need more Furbies. Please give me more Furbies. That is all I want. Furbies.
Yeah, no, I'm old enough to remember when Furbies were like really popular and like the I think it was like the mid to late 90s when they got big, when they were really big.
That I kind of envy you on that one actually because like Furbies nowadays they're very expensive and like your best bet to get one is through secondhand stores like thrift stores and shits and more often than not they're not going to be working in any condition, which makes me kind of sad, but at the same time, you know, it is what it is, I guess.
I was gonna say, are they still making Furbies?
No, actually, no. It depends on what you mean by are they still making Furbies, because they have multiple renditions of the Furby over the years. Like, you got, like, the classic, you got the one where they kind of, like, are taller, but got the more smushed face. They got the ones where, like, they're more, like, they have, like, the digital face. And then they have the newer ones that look like a fucking orb.
Okay.
So technically, yes, they're still making more, but they kind of, like, they kind of pugified them over the years, where they just kept, like, in a sense, making them, like, more and more tiny and worse, in my opinion.
I see. Yeah, no, I was just curious because I thought, like, because again, I remember when they were, like, super popular, but I just thought they, like, died out after a few years. So when you were mentioning, like, you know, newer ones or whatever, that's why I asked, like, if they're still making them or not.
Yeah, no, I think I actually, like, straight up have, like, a picture on
Light
my
up
computer
foes
because
to
I was
1,000
making, like, a
degrees.
fucking, like, long Furby based off of one.
I see. Okay, that's more Eve. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just kind of looking through this. Hurl creatures and objects back. Create a decoy. Okay. I'll get another plasmid slot, and I'll just put the hypnotized Big Daddy in there.
Cry out for Big Daddy's help. Make him think you're a little sister. Watch as he fights to protect you.
Alright, that'll do. Okay. Oh, hang on.
This is gonna be, like, a really big long shot, but does anyone remember what Penbo is?
I have no idea what that is.
Let me enlighten you real quick, because I always think about Penbo every single day in a very strange way, and it's probably gonna seem weird to most people, but you know what it is. I have tism.
Mhm.
Essentially, Penbo was one of those toys that kind of hopped onto the trend of, you know, like robotic animal arms and stuff. But it was released like it should have been like around 2010, because that's when I remember getting mine. But it's essentially a big penguin. It comes in like 2 to 3 colors. What I remember was purple and pink. Essentially, it's a big penguin. The point of it is that it's like a mama, and like it has a belly, and like it can open up through like a door type situation. And inside of it is an egg. Within the egg is like a small semicircle baby.
Oh,
That's
okay.
like pretty tiny. It's one of those things.
I see.
don't know. I love Penbo personally. I think it's very cute. It's one of the least egregious I have a child type toys, you know?
Yeah. Um, Boda in the chat is saying, thought you said himbo. Yeah. And Monster Machine. No, you were saying?
No, it's fun. I was just like, no.
Oh,
No.
okay. Yeah, and then I saw Mushroom in the chat was saying I was a Transformers fiend as a kid. Yeah, same here. I remember when I was a kid. The first Transformers show I ever saw was Beast Wars, and I remember as a kid like owning a couple of the toys. Like I think I had like Optimus Primal and Rhinox and Megatron. Like, and then I remember when like Armada came out. Then I was also really big into trans. I got into collecting those figures. Yeah, I was also a bit of a Transformers fiend as a kid.
Aw.
There we go.
Damn, I really did not have shit as a kid, did I?
Well, I mean, you know, you probably grew up in a different environment, so and obviously I'm not trying to like say I know what your situation was, but maybe your folks just maybe you just didn't really have enough at the time to like, you know, afford, you know, stuff like toys.
No, that's actually pretty bang on to the answer. Yeah, it's partially why I sometimes like in the most gonna out myself as being really cringe here, but it's why I sometimes find myself like looking over like I guess toy reviews in a sense, like simply because like, well, what the fuck is this about? Like, what do the kids even like nowadays? To see like, well, what's it even keeping my time yours, you know?
Yeah.
I've kind of just found that like toys have progressed in a different way, I guess. Like, yeah, I could always go to a store to see what's interesting, but typically when you do that, you kind of just like run like, I guess, not the risk, but like you kind of just get to see like, well, what if it's not like the whole thing? Like, what do kids specifically go out and like look for?
Yeah.
And from what I can see, it's still dolls, which, you know, no shock there.
Mhm.
But from what I can see, there's been like a shift between like fashion dolls and shit, because at one point I think MGM had like a thing going on with fucking these little orbs that like you have to like slowly unwrap painfully to
Okay.
get this tiny ass thing. And I think they might have been discontinued simply off the fact that they were like kind of weird in the sense of how they were supposed to be dressed and whatnot, and also because the amount of plastic for that fucking thing
Yeah.
was insane. Like, holy shit. I grabbed one and I immediately died inside because what the fuck?
Yeah. Now I remember in terms of like more modern toys, one that I remember seeing a lot that I'm glad that like I got sick of seeing after a while was you ever see Squishmallows?
Don't get me started, man. I have so many in my house.
Now, back when I worked at GameStop, I remember we got like a ton of Squishmallows, and I was always like, every time we got like new inventory in stock, and the box was just filled with like Squishmallows, I was like dreading them, like, oh god, more of these things.
Why? Were like people somehow like harassing you for the Squishmallows? Because I can't imagine going to a GameStop strictly for one like stuffed animal, dude.
Nah, it was more so just that like we were just getting so many of them that it just felt like it just never ended. Okay. Oh,
I was getting fucking harassed by like fucking plushie now, and I can only dream of doing that compared to having to scrape grease out of a fucking popcorn machine, dude.
yeah. I mean, I guess by comparison, it's not all that bad. Plus, I'll fully admit the whole thing about like getting just surrounded by them is more just a joke. Like, it's not like we were actually complaining about it. It's just more so just kind of a funny thing to be like, oh my god, we're getting so many of these things. Oh, and I see Boda is heading out. You have a good night, man. It's good seeing you.
Good night.
And Squabbly in chat is saying Jerebee kind of quiet. Yeah, hang on. Let me see if there's anything I can do to fix that. Give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, because I've got B at like full volume right now, so I'm not sure what else I can do to like fix that.
1 2 1 2.
Okay, you hang on, let me do this. Just kind of turn the dial up. All right, you should be a little bit louder now. Hopefully people will be able to hear you better.
If it helps people hear me better, great, because I can't explain it well, but I hate hearing myself so much, dude.
No, if it makes you feel any better, I feel the same way. Like that's actually one of the hardest parts of editing videos for me is like just having to hear what I sound like. It's just like, oh god, I hate this. Fuck. And I died.
Oh my god, I thought the fucking question was because of like the idea of just like hearing yourself speak, but to hear that's because you died, that's a weird level of funny to me. I don't know why. It just is.
Yeah. No, what I mean is like when I record the audio for my videos and then I have to go back and listen to that. I don't know. It's a weird thing because like whenever I'm talking and I hear myself talk, it like sounds one way, but then when I listen to recording myself, it sounds completely different. And I'm just like, what the fuck kind of voice is this? Like, this doesn't sound anything like me.
Yeah, no, that's what I absolutely love about the human body. It's because the way we hear a voice is because I can only assume it's because of like our heads, the way it's shaped. What we hear in our bodies is different compared to what other people hear, and then what we hear on fucking recording devices. And it's like, well, one person hears me this way, I'm hearing myself another way, and then when I'm actively speaking, I hear myself a completely different way. So what is it?
Yeah. I think I actually did read somewhere that it was like what you were saying before, that it's like because of the shape of our heads and like the way air travels through our skull, that like it makes our voice sound like a certain way to us anyway, versus like when we hear it in like a recording, it sounds different. And I'm
Yeah,
hiding.
no, that it always fucks me up, bro.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I'm kind of hiding right now because there's a big daddy after me because I accidentally shot it, and I have like no medkits left and no health. So if I step out of line even a little bit, I'm gonna die.
Damn, you gotta do what I do in Minecraft at night.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, hang on. Let's see if. Oh. Ah. Well, that was inevitable.
I assume you died?
Yep, I died. All right. Yeah, let me try to find a vending machine to get some more med kits. There we go.
2 more coin for spare vending. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. 2 coin for a spare health pack, please.
Yeah. Monstrum in the chat is saying what our voices sound like to us is so different than how they actually sound because of the bones in your inner ear, if I recall. Yeah, that's yeah, I think I think that's what it is.
It is actually, yeah, because if I'm correct too, like the bone in our ear is also extremely sensitive too. So like what we're saying actively probably sounds a lot different than what we're hearing actively as well. So it's just
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna give it another shot against this Big Daddy. Let me first just make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh!
Well, if it's any consolation, I think your voice is pretty fine. I think it's nice. It's the kind of voice I'd want to hear when I'm listening to 4-hour essays on like really obscure shit I do not know anything about. That's how it is.
Well, thank you, B. I genuinely appreciate that. Although thankfully,
Of course, I am always here for that.
I don't make, I'm not like most white YouTube creators. I don't make like 4-hour long videos about why Disney is ruining Star Wars or anything like that.
No, that's not the kind of essay I'm talking about. I'm not talking about essays on why you think so-and-so is going bad. I'm talking about essays about the history of very specific things.
Yeah, no,
like the history behind how the Zippo lighter was made or some shit like that.
Yeah. Or I'm kind of thinking of like, I don't know if do you watch Yesterworld at all?
I don't think so. No.
They're a
My bad.
they're a YouTube channel. They do like kind of deep dives into, weirdly enough, like Disney shit. Mostly though, they do like a lot of like Disney theme park rides that aren't around anymore, or like every now and then they'll get into like movies with like troubled production histories. Like they did a video not so long ago on the history of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and it's like an hour long, but it's a really well done, very informative video. And that's the kind of stuff like that I kind of aspire to make one day. It's like not necessarily like long form content, but like just the kind of video where like you could like put it on and like listen to it in the background for like hours and just like get, you know, just as much entertainment out of it as if you were actually watching it.
So basically, like, just drawing material for me.
Yeah, I guess something like that. I remember though, Yesterworld did a video on the making of Howard the Duck, which is a pretty bad movie that, funny enough, was actually the first movie made based on a Marvel property. But they also mentioned, they made a crack in Morbius saying that it's like the second worst Marvel movie ever, and like implying that Howard the Duck was the worst. And I'm like, no, like Howard the Duck is not a good movie, but it's way, way better than Morbius. Because at least Howard the Duck is like, it's bad, but it's like bad in a fun kind of way. Morbius is just soul draining. Like it's the kind of movie where like as you're watching, you just like feel the life just drain out of you.
I feel bad for I don't feel bad actually. Fuck Morbius, but like I really love Morbius in the sense of people made so much fun out of it from just simply hating it so much that they're like, yeah, Morbius, fucking peak essentially.
Yeah.
That the moment it like theaters, whether it was like pulled or whatever, like people managed to get it to be put back into theaters only for people to just not go back to it again.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
I
what
think.
can you do that?
Well, I think like that's because like the studio, I think it was Sony who put it out. They saw people were talking about it, not realizing what the joke of it was, and they thought, well, people must really love this movie, so let's re-release it. And they're like, well, no, we don't actually love it. We're jokingly saying we love it, but we don't actually love it. We hate it.
I love when companies do that. I love when they fuck up and don't understand the joke, and there go, lose more money. I love it.
Yeah.
You love to see it.
Yeah. Like, people talk all the time about how out of touch Hollywood is sometimes, but, like, that's definitely an example of them being really out of touch.
Give me Morbius 2, please!
Please don't. I honestly, one is, like, bad enough. We don't need another one.
Think about it. If we get a Morbius 2, we can get a second example of to tell essentially the people behind it. It still sucks.
Yeah. Honestly, the only thing about Morbius that didn't entirely suck was Matt Smith, who played the villain. Because, like, to me, his performance is, like, it's one of those performances like Michael Sheen in the Twilight movies, where it's like, I get the feeling like he read the script and he was like, wow, this movie sounds awful. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to do this movie, and I'm just going to fuck around and just have fun with it.
Sometimes you can only do that to, like, stave off, like, the burning reality that what you're in is just so ass that no one's going to like it. So you just have to make your own fun, you know?
Yeah. Or, kind of going back to a movie that I mentioned before, Showgirls. Like, that one's also pretty bad. But there's an actress in it named Gina Gershon who's been in a lot of other movies. And she gives a similar kind of performance where it's like she knows she's in a bad movie and is just gonna have fun with it. To me, like those are the best kind of performances where like you can tell the actor like knows they're in a piece of shit movie, so they just decide that like, you know, I'm a little hungry. I'm just gonna chew up every bit of scenery I can.
That's iconic. I fuck with that. I like that.
Yeah, but no, I'm thinking of stuff like I think it's in the second, I think it's in Breaking Dawn Part 1. There's like a mid-credit scene where somebody goes to visit the Volturi or whatever they're called, like the vampire organization that Michael Sheen's the head of, and they're saying like, oh, I've got a message from Carlisle or whatever, and he just like acts like really fruity about it, and he's like, and by the way, my dear, it's Carlisle with an S.
Excuse me?
No, I'm dead serious. That's how it played out.
Listen, where the fuck am I supposed to put the S? That's my question. Riddle me that, Batman. Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, the one I always think back to is it's in Breaking Dawn Part 2 where he's like confronting Edward and Bella, like, and this is after they had their fucked up like weird demon spawn baby. He's, well, first of all, when he addresses Bella, like he overemphasizes the L, like to the point to where you can see his tongue hit the roof of his mouth when he says it, and he's like, young Bella. And then he looks at the baby. He points it and he goes, ah! I can't, hang on, I gotta take a sip of my water.
I just heard a high-pitched and I just like, you know what? I respect it. I respect the acting skills.
The voice, the sound he does, it's something like a, ah! Actually, you know what? Fuck. You know what? I'll get back to this in a second. I gotta, shit. Hang on. I gotta show you that clip. Let me see if I can find it, because it's the funniest fucking thing ever. Let's see. Breaking Dawn Part 2. Let's see. Okay, I found it. Let me just skip through all this bullshit. Nobody cares.
I can't wait to see this shit, man, because it's been so long since I've seen all the Twilight movies once.
Okay.
And the most I remember is that apparently just the werewolf guy just got a fast pass to grooming a kid, so there's that.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. I think I found it. Yeah, I did. I found it for real. Let me just make sure the version I found doesn't look like so. Okay, this should be fine. Let's see here. I gotta find the exact moment where it happens. Okay, no, I found it. All right. Let me make sure. There we go. Okay, and I'll just go ahead and pull up my screen. And I don't even care if this gets copyright flagged, because you need to see this.
You're right, I do. I hope I get to see it, man. This needs to be seen.
Actually, let me turn up the volume a little bit. Okay, so I mentioned before the whole thing with the L, like, oh, fuck, that's loud. All right, let me turn it down just a tad bit. Okay, all right. And I know, B, you said that your stream is a little delayed on your end, but watch the way he like says Bella. It's great.
Say what?
Young Bella.
Like, you actually see his tongue hit the roof of his mouth when he says it. He's like, Bella. It's great. But yeah, that's not even the best part. The best part's coming up in just a little bit.
Mortality becomes you.
God damn, I love that. I love that sound he makes when he sees the child. Like, it sounds like he literally just like squeezed when he sees. He's like, I can't do it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, I'm dead serious. Like, yeah, I'm gonna play it one more time, just because, again, you need to see this. And the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor goes to... God damn, that makes me laugh every time I see it. All right. Oh yeah, that's right. I was streaming a game. Fuck. Let's get back to
This
that.
is fucking insane. You're right. He does do the extra pronunciation.
Yeah.
The fucking the ah is really intense. I'm fucking oh my god, that is Also shout out Squabbly for agreeing with me that Morbius needs a sequel.
Yeah. Well, you two have fun with that. But I don't know, like the thing about Twilight is like and I is that a lot of people like I know in real life like when the Batman came out, there are a lot of people I talked to who said they couldn't take the idea of Robert Pattinson as Batman seriously just because he was in Twilight, and I feel like that's kind of disingenuous to him because I mean, yeah, Twilight sucks, but like he's a really damn good actor actually.
Didn't he do something about like didn't he do like some like voice acting for like a Ghibli movie?
I maybe I'm not 100% sure, but no, I mean like both he and Kristen Stewart have come out and said that they hated the Twilight movies, and they hate those movies just about as much as everybody else does.
I don't fucking blame him, man. That shit was a mess.
Yeah, well, I think because I'm sure there are people out there who are like, well, they hated the movies so much, why were they in them? And it's probably just one of those things where it's like maybe they did the first one, they thought like, okay, this is it, and then afterwards we can just go off and do whatever. Like, there's no way it's gonna be popular. But then it does get popular, and they're like, well, fuck, now we got to be in all the other ones. But no, yeah, I mean, like in my opinion, both of them have really turned it around in terms of their acting. Like I think Robert Pattinson really turned it around with like the Batman and especially the Lighthouse. Like if you haven't seen the Lighthouse, definitely go watch it. It's one of the best like supernatural horror movies I've seen in quite a few years. And as far as Kristen Stewart goes, like she's actually done quite a few movies like since Twilight that are actually really good. Like what was it? Like that amusement park movie she did that I can't remember the name of, or like American Ultra with Jesse Eisenberg, or Personal Shopper. Like they've all done really good movies like after Twilight that I think more people should see, just to show that like they actually are capable of like giving good performances when they're given a good enough script.
Real.
Yeah. And Pepper Miller's in the chat says Twilight was the anime harem fantasy for women. Yeah, that sounds about accurate.
Twilight was the bomb that gave us 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, well, literally, because if memory serves, didn't 50 Shades of Grey start off as like a Twilight fan fiction?
Literally, no. It was Twilight fan fiction. And then somehow it evolved past that, and then they managed to get it published, but they had to replace the names.
Well,
and then it literally
obviously
just turned into that.
Yeah, though that is just insane to me, the idea that a fan fiction can get turned into a book that can get turned into a multi-million-dollar trilogy of films.
Admiral DT8 is going to go fucking insane.
I don't know what that is.
I'm gonna cry now.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just thinking like imagine if like the person who wrote My Immortal like somehow got that legitimately published and that got made into a movie.
I wish that shit got fucking published. I wish that part of me wants the author of My Immortal to come out and reveal themselves, because there's been so many people over the years just lying about being the author. But at the same time, My Immortal is just so iconic for just how potent it is and what it is and how it's unapologetically, like, in its own way, ass. And I love it so much, dude. It's so fantastic and horrible. It cannot be understated how much I love it.
No, that's fair. My main experience with My Immortal is Brent Daniel did a reading of it like years and years ago, and I love his reading of it. Like especially at the very end, where like when he's like finished with the story, it like cuts to him like it cuts a video of him like on his phone, like recording on his phone, and he holds it up to the computer screen and he's just screaming like, "Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!" And then he turns the camera back on himself and he's like, "That's it for thanks for watching. Check out my other videos. They're not this anymore." Like he was excited that he's finally done with My Immortal.
I wouldn't be. I'd want more. And like, I'm pretty sure there was an attempt on someone's part to try and make like a second one without like being the actual author and shit, but
Yeah.
they never came off well, honestly. Like they just didn't like hit or stick well. They're just really known as like really weird copycats usually.
Yeah. Well, I feel like My Immortal is like one of those things that's like, it's like lightning in a bottle. It's like once you've made it, you can't really redo it. Like it's just one of those things that can't be replicated.
Ebony, Darkness, Dementia, Ravenway. Dementia? Dementia. I don't know. Like, that fucking name is so fucking insane. I love it so much, dude.
Yeah. Well, the thing I always wondered too about My Immortal is I'm curious if like it was intentionally written poorly, or it was like one of those things where like the author was like being sincere and it just ended up being terrible.
That's been commonly debated because some people believe that it was just like a really accurate like troll, but then some believe that it was just a very unapologetic fanfic by like someone that might have been like in middle or high school. And
Yeah.
I don't know how to go about it. It might have started out like unapologetic in my opinion, but then it slowly became like a troll maybe, or maybe the author just got tired of writing it. I don't know.
Yeah. I like to think that the way I like to see it is that I imagine whoever wrote it probably started off like wanting it to be sincere, because they were probably like in like their early teens or whatever, and like they were into like they were really big into like Harry Potter and MCR and all this stuff, and I feel like they were initially like really passionate about it, but then as they got older, like they started to lose interest in the story, like genuine interest, and they saw that people were like making fun of it and like goofing on it, and they just decided, well, you know what, I don't really care about the story anymore, but people are still like weirdly invested in it, so I'm just like gonna keep it going but pretend that I'm actually taking it seriously and just kind of have fun with it.
Sometimes that's just how it is, especially when it comes to like a creative project that you were once super passionate in, dude. It's always heartbreaking when that happens, honestly. Like, you hate to see it, but at the same time, like, if you feel like you're being dragged by the arm to finish it, you're not gonna put in the full effort.
Yeah. But I don't know, I feel like in that situation, like, if I am right, then I would have a lot of respect for them in the sense that, like, they decided that, they were going to keep it going, but rather than just, like, just kind of go through the motions and do whatever, they're just going to, like, go more and more insane with it to include, like Back to the Future with, like, Marty McFly and, like, all this other, like, crazy shit that they just threw in there. Just go all out with it.
My favorite parts have to be when they just revealed that Perry was somehow emo as well. I don't know. That just felt like a cherry on top for me.
Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look around. Alright, got the first aid kit. Oh, shit. Come on. Oh. Oh, yeah, I just realized. Yeah, I forgot I had the camera.
You're not taking pictures, son?
Yeah, I kind of forgot.
You can't take pictures of them when they're dead, right? Like, that's not a passing grade.
Well, earlier it said that you can take pictures of dead bodies, but you won't get as much research out of it if they're living.
That makes sense, yeah. You want to capture them when they're still breathing and shit.
Yeah, exactly. And Squabbly in chat says, My Immortal Director's Cut. Oh, that would be a treat.
If the author ever surfaces again, please.
Yeah. But no, I was actually just thinking, like, on that same note, like, are you familiar at all with Sonic's Ultimate Harem?
Can you repeat that?
Let me say that again. Are you familiar at all with Sonic's Ultimate Harem?
Okay, shit. Okay, so I did hear you correctly. Oh, that's so much fortunate. No, I am not familiar at all.
Oh, that. Okay, so I gotta pause this for a second. So, so
What do you mean
basically,
that you have to pause? Is that like dense?
okay, well, it's not super dense. Basically, there's this guy on like fanfiction.net. His username was originally Lil Knuckles, but then he changed it to Lil Sonic at some point. And basically, he wrote like this story that's like 300 some odd chapters long, and every single chapter is Sonic the Hedgehog traveling to some alternate world and fucking a different woman in said universe. He fucks like Danny Phantom's mom. He fucks Riku from Final Fantasy X-2. He fucks like Rogue from the X-Men. He fucks Harley Quinn. Like he fucks like just about every single female character in fiction that you can think of, and it's like 350 chapters long, I think.
That's dedication, I guess. I don't know how to go about that, dude.
Yeah, no,
I just no, ew.
yeah, no, I'm dead serious. It's real.
Damn. Are they still around, or did they already finish their magnum opus?
The story's over, and I think they basically like left the internet. Like they did a big like farewell post where they said they were gonna like step down from doing like any more fan fictions and just kind of go about their lives.
Rip Bozo, you would have loved the digital circus.
Yeah. Let's see. How long have we been going for? Oh shit, we're already at about 2 hours. I think we're at a pretty good stopping point. Wouldn't you say?
Sure, yeah, I'm glad I yapped, long enough to keep you entertained for 2 hours. Holy shit.
Yeah. I don't know, cause like I can keep going for a little bit longer, but I also like try to kind of like set a hard line about like I don't want to go any longer than this. So yeah, I think 2 hours is probably a good way to like end this off. So let me go ahead and save the game. Let's see. Mushroom in the chat says he fucks Rogue. I honest to God thought you were talking about the Internet Man for a second. No, actually, yeah. Turns out Lil Sonic was a Rogue Internet Man fan, and he wanted to write it. Well, no, actually, because in the stories he doesn't actually fuck any men. He just fucks like women. But there are people like that have read the story, but have like twisted it around to where he's like actually fucking dudes, but they're disguised as women.
When will we get the spinoff for the guys?
I don't know. They'll have to reach out to Lil Sonic wherever he is.
I am not doing that. Undeniably, I am not doing that. Also, shout out Pepper Mills. I like reading your messages.
Yeah, no, shout out to Pepper Mills and everybody else in the chat. But yeah, so we've been going on for a little over 2 hours. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me struggle through BioShock hard mode and dying continuously and trying to keep the conversation going. But I also want to give a special thanks to Jerebee for agreeing to be on stream tonight. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And if anybody's interested in where can they find you?
Nowhere, honestly. I don't have any places you could find me at. Honestly, your best bet is just if you can on Discord. But even then, nowhere. I do not exist anywhere.
Fair enough. I don't know. I was just curious if like there was anything you wanted to promote or anything you wanted to like shill before we end the stream.
Straight up, no, actually, I don't have much to shill in terms of like projects or anything. I don't know. I guess the only thing I have to shill is just you, mainly. That's it.
Okay, well, fair enough. I guess to kind of talk a little bit about my shit. I've of course got the website film-nerd.com, which has been going on for literally almost 6 years now. Holy shit. Let's see. I recently did a review for the movie Pearl because Maxine's currently in theaters. And I've also got finally the first installment of my Summer of Slasher series, That's actually available right now on my Patreon. If you go there and donate, you can see it a day early. Because I'll be releasing it to the public tomorrow. But if you want to see it early, you can go to my Patreon. I do have some videos in the work. I'm not sure when they're going to be out. They'll, in the words of Linkara, they'll be out when they're out. But yeah, that's all I got. So, B, did you have any final words to say before we close out?
Give us Morbius 2.
All right, and on that note, I think we're going to call it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Look forward to more videos and more views very soon. And until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.